Hello there, this is Deanna Bedoya and this is Why Wait. And in today's video I want to give you a really good understanding of how energy balance works, what ends up leading to the storage of fat on our body, and what ends up leading to the removal of fat from our body. Okay, so hopefully by the end of this video you have a really good understanding of that and play along as I ask you questions. So when it comes to what we call energy balance, we often talk about something called energy intake. I'll just call it energy in versus energy expenditure, and here I'll call it energy out. Okay? And as far as energy in goes, there are certain ways we take energy into the body, and what are those ways? Correct. It is through the foods we consume. And in particular, there are 3 types of nutrients that are found in our diet that provide energy to the body. And those 3 nutrients are carbs and fats and proteins, and also alcohol, which isn't a nutrient, but it also provides energy to the body. Okay? So those are our 4 energy sources that we take in every day, and we need to take these in to survive and to do the things we need to do. So what kind of things does our body require energy for to get things done? So what are our energy expenditure variables? So I'll ask you, what are the ways we burn calories every day? Yes, okay, physical activity is one of the main ways we burn energy every day, but we also burn energy every day even when we're doing nothing. I'm sure you've noticed those days when you sit on the couch all day and you don't do anything, you still get hungry after a while, and that's because your body needs energy just to keep itself alive. And that's what we would call basal metabolism. Okay, so for your nerves to fire, for your heart to beat, for you to even out concentration of things, you require a lot of energy, and that's usually the majority of what we spend energy on every day. And that's also coincidentally the reason why some people can, eat a lot but maintain what we'd call a lower weight, because they burn through calories a lot quicker than other people. Some people burn through calories really quickly, some people burn through calories a lot slower. And that's just kind of the way it is. Okay? So we don't have much control over basal metabolism, but we have a lot of control over the physical activity we do every day. There's one extra way we burn through calories, and it's something called the thermic effect of food, but I really wouldn't worry too much about that because there's not too much we can do about it. Okay? So I like to focus on what we can do and not what we can't do. Okay, so to summarize, we take energy in every day from the foods we consume, in particular from carbs and fats and proteins and alcohol. Vitamins, minerals, waters do not provide energy to the body. And then we burn through calories every day through the activities we do, moving our body, exercise, etc., plus in just like keeping our body alive. Those are the 2 main ways. Okay, so keeping all of that in mind, let's go through a little example. Let's say that someone takes in 2,000 calories of energy on a particular day, very standard, and on that same day, they burn, through all the things they do, 2,000 calories of energy as well. Okay? So they absolutely need 2,000 calories to do the things that their body needs to do that day, and they consume 2,000 calories. So the 2,000 calories they consume goes towards the 2,000 calories they need, and there's nothing left over. Okay? What that means is that in this situation, when energy intake equals energy expenditure, overall, people don't tend to be storing any extra energy on the body, okay, in general. Now let's look at example number 2. So let's say this same person who burned the exact same amount of calories in that day They go out for dinner and the waiter asks them, do you want fries with your meal or do you want salad with your meal? And that person, let's say it's me, decides to get fries with their meal. Well, that is easily 500 extra calories of energy that they just took in. Okay, easily, and often more than that. Okay, so that person needed 2,000 calories of energy on that day, and they took in 2,500. Okay, so basically 2,000 calories is going to go towards satisfying their needs, and then what's left over? Good. 500 calories of energy is left over. Now the question is, where does that extra energy go? Yes, it does go into our fat cells. Okay, so here are my fat cells. In another video, I'll kind of explain what fat cells look like so you have a better understanding of them. But that 500 calories, whether it is from carbs or fats or protein or alcohol, if you have excess calories left over, overall it's already fat or you're going to convert it into fat, and that 500 extra calories of energy goes into your fat cells. Okay? So when your fat cells increase the amount of fat that they have in them, what happens to those fat cells? Yes, unfortunately, they get bigger. And what happens when those fat cells reach their maximum size? Yeah, those fat cells actually increase in number as well. That being said, what's very important for me to clarify right now is this is not going to happen in one day. Especially if it's only 500 calories. If we consume 500 extra calories one day and then the next day we're in an energy deficit of 500 calories, that balances itself out. This type of fat gain does not happen over time, but it can happen more quickly than you think. For instance, if someone is consistently consuming 100 extra calories every day, depending on that person, that could easily equal about 5 to 10 pounds of extra fat on the body in a year. And it doesn't take much, okay? And especially given the types of foods that we tend to eat. Okay, so let's shift our perspective on this a little bit. Let's say, example number 3, that person does not, let's say it's me, and I go to the restaurant, and the waiter asks me, do you want fries or salad with your meal? And I elect to go for a garden salad on the side instead of my fries. Easily, I just saved myself 500 calories, so I'm back to 2,000 calories. And let's say on that day after dinner, my partner and I go on a walk around town for, let's say, an hour, hour and a half, casual walk. And ideally, or maybe, I would burn an extra 500 calories of energy in that time. Okay, so I absolutely need on this day 2,500 calories of energy. I've burned them. I need them from somewhere. And from my diet, I only took in 2,000 calories. So I need 2,500, I only took in 2,000. That means I'm at an energy deficit of about 500 calories. So where am I going to get those 500 calories that I absolutely need to survive from? Yes, I take those 500 extra calories from my fat cells. Okay, so when I'm in an energy deficit, what happens to my fat cells? Yes, they are going to get smaller. However, they only decrease in number so much. Okay, so over time, if we keep adding fat cells to our body, we end up with a higher net amount of fat cells, unfortunately, which really sucks. Okay, But the main idea here, the main point here is I still have a reduced total volume of fat in my fat cells because I have been consuming an energy deficit. And again, this isn't going to happen in one day. It takes time for this energy deficit to actually make a difference that you could visually see, or maybe on a scale as well. But hopefully from me giving you an overview of this, you have an understanding of how energy balance works. So to summarize, we take in energy every day from the foods we consume. In particular, carbs, fats, proteins, and alcohol provide energy to the body. Every day we burn through calories too, and we need this to survive. The majority of the calories we burn, 60 to 75%-ish of the calories we burn, come from just keeping us alive. Okay? Also, some of the calories we burn come from the movements we do and how we go about our day, and any exercise we do as well. Okay? Those are the two main ones. So when we're consistently, not one day, but over time, if we consistently consume more calories than we burn, we end up storing that extra energy in our fat cells. And over time, those fat cells, there is a limitless potential for growth when it comes to fat cells, which is super annoying. And they can just keep growing and growing and growing. Okay? However, when we're consistently consuming at an energy balance, we are going to be taking fat out of those fat cells, and they're eventually going to get smaller. Okay? And this takes time. And our body does defend against weight loss and fat loss in its own ways. But again, if we are consistently consuming at that deficit, that is what's going to happen. We are going to lose fat from our body. All diets work on this same principle, energy deficit. Keto, intermittent fasting, low carb, whatever diet people do, the only way they lead to fat loss is because a person is consuming at an energy deficit. Got it? Questions? If you do have questions, feel free to comment. If you like this video and you like what it had to offer, like this video, and subscribe, so hopefully I can share some more things that help you understand your body a little bit better, and how we can actually make a difference in these things we just talked about today. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.